Hi learners, in this video I'm going to talk about meaning of compensation and the various objectives of compensation. Compensation refers to the money received in the performance of work plus the various kinds of benefits and services that organizations provide to the employees. So basically compensation is the remuneration which is given to the employees for their services in the organization. Compensation or the remuneration which is paid to the employee may be monetary as well as non-monetary. Monetary aspects of compensation or remuneration covers wage, salary, the dearness allowance, bonus, and various other allowances which is paid. And non-monetary compensation could be in the form of various welfare schemes which is undertaken for the employee, like transport, free telephone facility, free education, free medical facilities, and so on. Now, we all know that beings or human resource is an important asset for any organization. So it is the ultimate duty of every organization to make sure the human resources in their organization is highly satisfied, because only when the human resources are satisfied will they contribute ever, or will they be effectively motivated to contribute towards the achieving the organizational goals. So in order to make sure that the employees are satisfied in the organization, they should be adequately compensated for their efforts in the organization. So now before moving on to the objectives of compensation, let's try to analyze the difference between the terms wages and salaries. See, both though the terms salary and wages sound synonymous, which means similar, yet there is a difference between these two terms. Now, salary is the fixed amount or the compensation which is paid to an employee, and generally the amount of salary, the duration for which it is paid is generally for 1 month, and salary is the term which is given when remuneration is paid to employees who are engaged in administrative work. On the other hand, wages is a variable amount because it keeps on varying, and it is not fixed in terms of and it is not paid on a monthly basis. Rather, it is paid sometimes on a daily or a weekly basis, and generally wages is the term which is used when remuneration is paid to employees who are engaged in actual manufacturing. So generally salary is the remuneration which is given to skilled workers. On the other hand, wages is the remuneration which is paid to employees who are unskilled or semi-skilled. So after having understood the difference between the terms salary and wages, now let's move on to the objectives of compensation. Objectives of compensation also refers to the goals which the compensation policy in an organization should comply with. Now, while administering compensation or remuneration to the employees, these are the general objectives which the HR department of any organization should consider. The first is the to attract competent employees. Now, the compensation which is paid by any organization should be attractive enough so that it can attract competent employees. Competent employees means employees are really good, really skilled. So first objective of any compensation policy is to make sure that it helps in attracting competent employees. Now, if you want to attract people, competent employees, or if you want to motivate outsiders to join a particular organization, the compensation paid to the employees must be on par with that which is paid by any other similar firm. And moreover, while administering compensation, the every organization should ensure that the compensation which is given to the employees is leads to satisfaction of the employees. Next objective of compensation is the compensation which is paid to the employees should encourage and motivate the employees to contribute their 100% in achieving the goals of the organization. Only when there is a satisfied workforce, only a satisfied workforce will help in achieving the goals of the organization. And in order to make sure that the employees are satisfied in an organization, they must be paid good compensation. And good compensation here means the compensation which is paid by similar firms the that sort of a compensation the organization should achieve to pay. And moreover, apart from that, there are certain components in compensation which are fixed and certain which are variable. Like we have basic pay, which is fixed for all employees, whereas there are certain components of which are variable, like bonuses. Then we have components like commission. Now these components keeps varying depending on the depending on the efforts of the employee. The more the employee contributes towards achieving the goals of the organization, the more will the bonus and commission which is paid to them be increased. Next is the another objective of compensation is to make sure that they help in retaining the present employees. See, every organization should try to reduce the attrition levels. Attrition levels here refers to the number of employees leaving the organization, because whenever the existing employees leaves the organization, then the organization has to incur extra costs by way of recruiting new personnel, training them. So in order to avoid these costs, it is beneficial for every organization to make sure that it helps in retaining the existing workforce. So therefore the compensation which is paid to the employees must be must be competent enough, or rather it should be capable enough of retaining the existing workforce. Next is compensation policy of every organization should secure internal and external equity. Internal equity means ensuring that equal pay is given for equal work, whether and no discrimination is made on the basis of gender. So basically, internal equity means payment of similar wages for similar jobs within the organization, and on the other hand, external equity implies payment of similar wages for similar jobs in competitive or comparable organizations. Next is the compensation policy of any organization should ensure that it is effectively administered and managed. So effectively administered and managed means that compensation should be made on time, should be paid on time, and they must not be too much unnecessarily delay. Further, the compensation which is paid should comply with the various labor legislations which are in force in a particular country. Like we have various legislations which adhere to payment of wages. Like we have Payment of Wages Act in India, which makes which gives clear outline, which outlines that the compensation or remuneration which should be paid on time, and there must not be unnecessary deductions in the compensation, and on various other provisions. Then we also have a separate legislation regarding the payment of bonuses. So whenever compensation is paid to the employees, it should comply with various labor legislations which are in force in a particular country. Next is the compensation which is paid should also simplify the bargaining process. Now here bargaining process refers to collective bargaining. Now collective bargaining is a process where the workers jointly demand for certain welfare measures and certain for increase in salaries or wages jointly, rather than asking the management individually. So and many organizations generally have trade unions. Now trade unions is a voluntary association of workers which is formed in order to in order to protect the interests of the workers. And one of the goals of the trade unions is to secure a good compensation package for its members. So therefore the compensation policy of every organization should pay attention to the demands of the trade unions also, while while giving remuneration to the workers. And another objective of compensation is to ensure that the compensation which is paid to the employees should be such that it should motivate the employees to work according to the organization culture and help in achieving the organization goals. So basically, one of the primary objectives of any compensation policy is to secure the desired behavior which is required in order to achieve the goals of the organization from the employees. And when the employees are adequately compensated or remunerated for their services, then not only will they be motivated, but there will also be industrial harmony. Now industrial harmony means good relations between the employees and employers. Now only when the employees are not adequately compensated will they resort to works practices like strikes. Strikes is an temporary stoppage in work which is resorted by the workers when their demands are not met by the management. And whenever there is a strike, there is a loss of man days. Man days means productive days. And whenever there is a loss of productive days, it results in loss to the organization. So every organization should make sure that the compensation or remuneration which is paid to the employees is satisfactory, so that the employees are motivated to work, give their 100% in achieving the goals of the organization. So these are the various objectives of compensation.